Imagine taking a SwitchBot Universal Remote, a SwitchBot Hub 2, the feedback received about those devices, sprinkling in a bunch of new features and creating a brand new hub. Well, this is what you've got with the new SwitchBot Hub 3. Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video on Bite of Geek. So in this video I'm taking a look at the new Hub 3 from SwitchBot. Yes, it's another hub, but it's a very special one. I think SwitchBot are demonstrating interesting innovation in smart home devices right now, and the new Hub 3 is just one of those that is part of their exciting new range of products. So full disclosure, SwitchBot have sent me out the Hub 3 to review on the channel. However, they have had no editorial input into this video, but I would like to thank the team at SwitchBot for sending the Hub 3 over to me to review. So before we get into the ins and outs of this thing, let's just have a quick look at what's in the box. So this is the Hub 3, lots of details about supported devices and ecosystems on the box, but getting into it, you've got an accessories pack, which has a USB cable, power adapter, and some fixings. Now, if you're not familiar with the USB cable from the SwitchBot Hub 2, then this cable has an inline temperature and humidity sensor in it. It's done this way so that it can provide as true a reading as possible without being impacted by any kind of heat, compared to it being an internal sensor in the main unit. Now, this iteration of the hub comes with a separate stand. Previous models had a kick-out stand, whereas this one, with it being a larger hub, has this nice tabletop stand. There's two USB ports on the back of the hub. One is the power, and I've noticed in the specification information provided that the other is reserved for future sensors, so it'd be quite interesting to see what happens there. Now, if you're planning on having this attached to a wall, then plugging in the USB cable and fixing it in place is really all you need to do. However, if you're going to use the stand, then you need to feed the cable through, place it in the channel in the base, and ensuring that the sensor is the correct way up. The base then simply connects onto the back of the hub. Pretty straightforward, really. On the front of the hub, you've got a nice clear display with the important information in a large font. You've got 4 touch sensitive buttons for shortcuts, other buttons down both sides of the display for actions like going back or returning to the home screen, and then you've got this nice dial in the center with a push button in the middle of it. So as I mentioned earlier in the video, it seems this new Hub 3 is way more than a simple hub. It's almost like the Hub 3 is a combination of products gone before. Feedback received and forward thinking in new SwitchBot devices are what seem to be built into this. In terms of specification, this hub has a built-in IR controller to support more than 100,000 IR devices, everything from televisions, air conditioners and Blu-ray players, and lots of other IR devices. Improving upon the Hub Mini, the IR signal is 150% stronger, so that should bring improvements when controlling devices. It's got a nice clear display that crams an awful lot of information in, dual USB-C ports, built-in speaker, control buttons, touch sensitive buttons, and the control wheel. It supports 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi, and it's got built-in motion sensors and light sensors as well. Now, setting up the Hub 3 is just a case of adding it in as a new device in the SwitchBot app, putting in your Wi-Fi credentials and specifying a location where you've placed it. After that, you can easily transfer over those devices that you've set up to the new hub, ready for use. It supports Apple TV, Fire TV and Android TV, as well as having integration into the SwitchBot ecosystem. It's got native Matter support, which includes support for other brands such as things like IKEA, as well as acting as a Matter bridge for up to 30 SwitchBot devices. You can also send up to 30 commands to other Matter products. So just to be clear here, that's not integrating 30 other devices. That's, they've got to exist already in an ecosystem like Apple Home or Home Assistant, of which that functionality will come soon. Now, a little bit like the Universal Remote had a jog wheel, the Hub 3 has what SwitchBot call a dial master, giving you ultra precise control over things like temperatures or volume adjustments. It's also got 4 customizable scene buttons, allowing for a 1 button push for different automated scenes. And what I really like about this is that you get a little icon above the shortcut button of the device that you're controlling, so that you're not really guessing, what it's actually related to. So, you get like the air purifier, or you get a RoboVac, something like that. It packs a lot of information into the one display, allowing you to get the status for your entire home. You can show weather details, the usual temperature and humidity that you could get on the Hub 2. If you've got one of these SwitchBot CO2 monitors, then you can have data from that on there as well. And also, if you've got an outdoor temperature and humidity sensor from SwitchBot, the outdoor meter, you can get that information as well. Additionally, you can display the status of your SwitchBot door lock if you've got one of those, and you can control it from the Hub 3, and you can get things like alerts, to sound when the door opens and closes. As is usual, you can set up a range of scenes as well as automations to use with the Hub 3. It's got built-in motion sensor and light sensor, so you can easily have it control your devices, or control shades or curtains according to the light levels within the room. Now, in my review of the Hub 2, I mentioned it would be great if SwitchBot could get the time displayed on the Hub. And as I've been reviewing this Hub 3, there's actually been multiple firmware updates, and they've gone and added that functionality onto the Hub 3, which I think is a great improvement. Now, there's quite a bit of functionality in the app for the Hub 3, detection sensitivity, approach to wake up, this new date and time setting that I've mentioned, being able to set up alerts for temperature and humidity in the room, as well as being able to set up alarms as well. You can configure all kinds of information that you want displayed on the screen. So whilst you have the main display, you can also set up a left and right set of screens as almost shortcuts for devices as well. So you put a single device on each one. Then you've got all the scenes and automations within the main app as well, and you can take advantage of all the onboard sensors to control those other devices. Additionally, you've got options for upcoming SwitchBot devices like their new doorbell, and I believe the plan is for you to be able to use the Hub 3 as the chime for that. Now, I've been playing around with some of the options, and I've tried out the motion sensor in an automation. How you have the Hub 3 set up does make a difference to its range. So in tabletop mode, it's about 2 meters. When I've had that set up, the Hub 3's detected motion, and then I've got it to turn on my TV and my Sky TV box. Really simple to go and achieve. Now, if I had compatible light bulbs, mine are Zigbee, but if I had Matter ones, then I could also add those into the mix as well, and control them that way. But hopefully, when functionality arrives for Home Assistant, I'll be able to tie those in as part of that. So what are my thoughts then about the Hub 3? Well, when SwitchBot offered to send one out for review, I wasn't really expecting what arrived. At first I thought it was a bit big, but in reality it's a little bit bigger than the Hub 2. Then I got to thinking, well, who was this for and where would it go? But after some recent firmware updates that have added some nice functionality, including the future support for the new SwitchBot devices, I can really see where they're going with this. You could easily see this on a desk at home, bedside table, or in your kitchen, or even hanging on the wall in your hallway. Will it replace your universal remote and everything you've got set up? Well, I guess that all depends on how you use it, and personally I think this adds to that due to the expanded capabilities. However, I do think it will play more of a central role in your smart home setup. If you want to get your RoboVac to clean things up, you just use the Hub 3. You want it to go and automatically control your TV and other devices when you enter a room, then you can do that with automations and using the sensors. I've put a link to the Hub 3 down below in the description if you're interested in picking one up and adding it to your smart home. But what did you think of it? Was it what you were expecting? And could you see this in your smart home? Let me know down below in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And why not consider becoming a member of the channel, whereby you'll get some very special benefits. Just click on the join button to see what is on offer for your support of the channel. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.